Welcome back to day 9 of Sparks in the Darkness, continuing in our quest to understand what it was that Moshe Rabbeinu did wrong in hopes of understanding how we ourselves can be worthy of entering into the land of experiencing the complete redemption. The Tzror Hamor, who was an individual by the name of Rav Avraham Saba, who was a Spanish commentator, lived right around the time of the expulsion of Jews from Spain in 1492. He offers several different explanations, and we'll share a different one over the next couple of days. He says, answer number one, you know what it was that made Moshe and Aaron worthy of punishment of not being able to enter into the land? You know what was so bad about their actions with the rock? Very simple. The Torah says that when Moshe Rabbeinu was speaking to the Jewish people, he says back to them, Hamin hasela hazen notzi lachem mayim. Listen, you want us to take water out of this rock, meaning another rock? When Moshe was explaining to them, no, Hashem told me to take water out of this rock over here and not that rock over there. Says the Tzror Hamor, that was the problem. That was the sin. He writes, V'ulai chashvu shemoshe haya lo chachma be'oto sela velo besela acher. They were so rigid, Moshe and Aaron, that they needed to specifically try to take water out of rock A and not rock B. And all of a sudden, therefore, all of the people said, oh, you know what? Maybe Moshe has a special trick when it comes to this rock, but not that rock. Maybe it's not as divinely inspired as he seems to be communicating that it actually is. Of course, that's not the case. Moshe was trying to be faithful to the specific rock that he was commanded to take water out of, but the implication to the Jewish people, how it was given over, the notion that it was abhorrent to think that you couldn't take water out of another rock, that seemingly was the issue. And so essentially we find over here that it was this sense of almost rigidity or a sense of inflexibility on Moshe and Aaron's part that enabled this negative thoughts from the Jewish people to think that maybe it was just a trick and not actually a divinely inspired act from Hashem. And with this, perhaps we can see and understand that, sometimes in life, especially in Judaism, we believe in a certain sense of rigidity. Rigidity meaning we follow the rules that we are given. Sometimes we do need some flexibility. Sometimes we do need a little bit of wiggle room. We need to be able to bend. That's the whole role, the point of a rabbi and a posek, to give you a halachic decision. Anyone could look into a book and find the answer to a basic question, but every person truthfully needs to have their own rabbi, because every rabbi is going to understand that there's two factors. There's one, the broad range of what the halachic possibilities could be, but number two, the rabbi needs to know the individual. Only then can you give a proper psak, a proper answer of what a person should do, because the Torah is rigid in some ways, that there are a series of laws, but there's an enormous amount of flexibility as well. To be fully rigid, to be unmovable, to be totally inflexible, like it would seem according to the Tzror Hamor, both Aaron and Moshe were being, that is not what we are meant to do. Perhaps if we can all find a little bit more potential and possibility in our lives to be flexible, to not be so rigid, to be able to go with the flow a little bit more, these are qualities that every single person needs in order to serve Hashem to their highest potential, and also to be able to, God willing, be able to merit to enter into the land of Israel. Indeed, we know that the land of Israel requires an enormous amount of fluidity, certainly over the last few years. We've seen this. You need to be able to run to the bomb shelter at 2 in the morning. You need to recognize that there are people who want to kill you all over the place. To be able to be fully worthy of the redemption requires us to have a little bit of flexibility in our lives. God willing, we should find such flexibility. And with that, we wish everyone a beautiful day.